There comes a moment, somewhere after 50, when we start to wonder not just how long we'll live, but how well. What if the secret to a longer, stronger, more joyful life wasn't hidden in a pill or a pricey program, but in something as simple as putting one foot in front of the other? Walking, done right, can be a quiet revolution for your body, mind, and spirit. And today, science finally proves it. 1. Walking slows down the aging process from the inside out. We often think of aging as something written on our faces, in the fine lines, the gray hairs, the subtle stiffness in our joints. But what if I told you that aging begins deep within, in the invisible building blocks of our bodies, and that walking, yes, simple, steady walking, has the power to slow that clock? Inside each of us are telomeres, tiny protective caps at the ends of our DNA strands. Think of them like the little plastic tips on shoelaces, keeping everything from unraveling. As we age, those telomeres naturally shorten, leading to cellular breakdown, wrinkles, fatigue, chronic inflammation, and the creeping signs of time. But studies from King's College London have revealed a beautiful truth. People who walk regularly tend to have longer telomeres. In other words, walking may be one of the most powerful tools we have to keep our cells and ourselves youthful. And there's more, much more. Walking wakes up our mitochondria, the little engines inside each cell that convert food into usable energy. The more you move, the more efficient and robust these energy producers become, keeping your body vibrant and less prone to fatigue. It's no wonder that people who walk briskly are often biologically younger than their age. In fact, research from the University of Leicester found that older adults who walk regularly can be up to 16 years younger biologically than their sedentary peers. Imagine that. Each step you take isn't just movement, it's renewal. It's your body saying, I still have life in me, I'm not done yet. So, if you've ever wondered whether it's too late to reclaim your health, let this be your answer. With each walk, you're not just moving forward, you're turning back the clock. 2. Walking keeps your mind sharp and your memories close. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you went there, or struggled to recall a name that once rolled off your tongue with ease? These little lapses can feel unsettling, especially as we grow older. But what if something as gentle as a walk, just a simple, steady stroll, could help you hold on to the memories that make you you? Science tells us it can. Nestled deep in your brain is the hippocampus, the region responsible for memory, learning, and navigation. But here's the hard truth. As we age, the hippocampus naturally shrinks, sometimes by as much as 1 to 2% each year. That slow, quiet erosion is one of the root causes of memory loss and cognitive decline. But here's where the beauty of walking comes in. Research shows that regular walking, just 40 minutes a few times a week, can increase the size of the hippocampus, even in older adults already experiencing memory challenges. It's not magic, it's movement, the kind that sends oxygen-rich blood to the brain, nourishing it, awakening it, and reminding it that it still has work to do. And it's not just about memory. Walking enhances focus, sharpens problem-solving skills, and sparks creativity. Some of the world's greatest minds, Steve Jobs, Charles Darwin, relied on walking to unlock new ideas. You don't need to be a genius to feel the same effect. Just put on your shoes and let your thoughts wander with your feet. Most powerfully, studies have shown that walking can reduce the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease by up to 40%. That's not just a number, it's a lifeline. It's more birthdays remembered, more stories told, more laughter shared. So when your mind feels foggy or your memory feels far away, don't despair, just walk. Your brain is waiting for you with 3. Walking can prevent and even reverse chronic disease. And some people say disease is just a natural part of growing older, that after a certain age, aches, pills, and doctor visits are simply part of the package. But science and real-life stories are painting a far more hopeful picture, because walking, that humble act we often take for granted, may be one of the most powerful forms of medicine you'll ever use. Let's start with the heart. Your heart isn't just an organ. It's your rhythm, your energy, your life force, and it craves movement. Walking strengthens the heart muscle, improves circulation, lowers blood pressure, and can reduce your risk of heart disease by up to 35%. It also balances cholesterol, lowering the bad LDL and increasing the good HDL, helping protect against heart attacks and strokes. And then there's diabetes. For millions of older adults, blood sugar is a daily concern. But walking, especially after meals, helps regulate blood glucose levels naturally. In fact, Harvard research shows that regular walkers cut their risk of type 2 diabetes by half. Imagine that. Half the worry, half the needles, half the fear. But the benefits don't stop there. Walking has been linked to a lower risk of certain cancers, like breast and colon. It strengthens your lungs, supports your immune system, and helps your body fight off infections with greater ease. Even better, people who walk regularly live longer. Even just 4,000 steps a day can significantly lower your risk of premature death. Every step you take isn't just forward motion. It's a declaration. I am still here. I am still choosing life. So if you've been told your best health is behind you, don't believe it. Lace up your shoes and walk yourself into a new chapter, one with fewer pills, more freedom, and a renewed sense of strength. Because walking isn't just exercise, it's healing in motion. 4. Your joints will thank you. Move to keep it moving. If you've ever hesitated to stand up because your knees ache or winced at the thought of another stiff morning, you're not alone. Joint pain is one of the most common complaints after 50, and it can quietly steal the joy from everyday life. But here's something beautiful. Movement is often the very thing that brings relief. You see, our joints are surrounded by cartilage, a cushiony protector that allows us to move freely and comfortably. But unlike muscles, cartilage doesn't get its nourishment from blood flow. Instead, it's fed by the gentle push and pull of movement, particularly the flow of synovial fluid, a natural lubricant your body produces. When you walk, you stimulate that fluid, keeping your joints supple, nourished, and pain-free. And walking does more than just lubricate. It strengthens the muscles that surround and support your joints. Picture this. Weak leg muscles shift all the pressure of movement onto your knees and hips. But when those muscles are strong from daily walking, they absorb the impact, giving your joints the break they so desperately need. Even for those living with arthritis, walking is a gentle, doctor-recommended remedy. It increases circulation, improves flexibility, and enhances your range of motion, all while reducing stiffness and inflammation. And let's not forget the mental victory of knowing you can move through the world with more ease, more grace, and less fear of falling. For even better results, walk on softer surfaces, grass, dirt trails, or rubber tracks, and invest in a good pair of supportive shoes to protect your alignment and reduce stress on your joints. Because movement isn't the enemy, it's the answer. And with every step, you're telling your body, I still believe in you, I'm not giving up. So don't let pain hold you back. Walk gently, walk often, and give your joints the gift of life in motion. 5. Lift your spirit, one step at a time. Some aches can't be seen on an X-ray. They live quietly in the background. Restlessness, sadness, the weight of worry we carry, but don't always speak aloud. As we grow older, life has a way of piling on stress in quieter forms. Loneliness, uncertainty, the grief of change. But there is a simple, gentle way to release that heaviness: walking. When you walk, your body releases endorphins and serotonin, nature's own mood-lifting chemicals. They wash over your brain like warm sunlight after a storm, easing anxiety, lifting sadness, and grounding you in the present. In fact, research shows that walking just 30 minutes a day can be as effective as antidepressant medication for many people. And it comes with no side effects, just fresh air, open skies, and a quiet sense of victory with every step. But there's something even deeper at work. Walking lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that slowly chips away at our peace. High cortisol is linked to belly fat, high blood pressure, restless sleep, and even memory problems. Walking resets your nervous system. It tells your body, you are safe, you are steady, you are okay. And if you walk outdoors, among trees, in the quiet of a park, near the whisper of birds or breeze, the healing goes even deeper. In Japan, they call this forest bathing, and it's been shown to reduce anxiety, lower blood pressure, and boost your sense of calm and creativity. The truth is, nature doesn't ask anything from you, it just welcomes you back, step after step, breath after breath. So the next time your heart feels heavy, or your thoughts won't settle, don't reach for a screen or silence your feelings, move through them. Put on your shoes, step outside, and give yourself the grace of forward motion. Because walking isn't just about physical strength, it's about emotional strength. It's how we steady our hearts, one quiet step at a time. Sleep deeper, rest better. Let walking reset your nights. Sleep is sacred. It's where the body repairs, where the mind sorts and softens the edges of the day. But for many older adults, sleep becomes a stranger, light, broken, restless. You lie awake in the quiet hours, staring at the ceiling, wondering why something so natural now feels so elusive. But what if the answer to better sleep wasn't in a bottle or a complicated routine, but waiting for you just outside your front door? Walking, especially done consistently, is one of the gentlest, most effective ways to restore your natural sleep rhythm. Each step helps realign your circadian rhythm, your body's internal clock that tells you when to rise and when to rest. Morning or afternoon walks, especially in natural light, send a powerful message to your brain. It's time to be awake now, which in turn helps your body know when it's time to wind down later. But walking isn't just about resetting your biology, it's about releasing the tension we carry. That racing mind at bedtime, the emotional residue of the day, the worries that settle in your chest, all of it begins to soften when you move your body. Walking clears the mental clutter before you ever reach the pillow. And then there's the science. People who walk regularly fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and report waking up feeling more refreshed without the need for medication. That's the quiet magic of movement. It restores what stress tries to steal. A gentle note of caution. Try not to walk too late in the evening, as it can energize you when your body is trying to slow down. Instead, aim for morning or early evening strolls, allowing the rhythm of your day to support the peace of your night. So, if sleep has felt like a nightly battle, consider this. Your path to rest may begin with a walk. No pressure, no urgency, just you, the road beneath you, and the promise of a deeper, kinder sleep waiting at the end. A gentle path to a lighter you, no diets required. As we age, weight becomes more than just a number on a scale. It becomes a conversation with our energy, our comfort, our confidence. The things that once worked, cutting calories, skipping meals, trying trendy workouts, don't seem to work anymore, and the frustration builds. But what if there was a kinder way, a quieter way to care for your body and gently release the weight that no longer serves you? Walking offers just that. Unlike punishing gym routines or restrictive diets, walking doesn't demand perfection. It invites consistency. A brisk walk burns between 100 to 400 calories an hour, depending on your pace and body. That might seem small, but over time, those small steps add up to big changes. Just 30 minutes a day can help you lose weight in a sustainable, lasting way, without the burnout or rebound. But here's where walking truly shines. It supports your hormones. As we age, hormonal shifts, especially for women after menopause, can lead to stubborn belly fat and constant hunger. But studies show that regular walking reduces ghrelin, the hormone that makes you feel hungry, and increases peptide YY, the one that helps you feel full. It's not just about willpower, it's about balance, and walking helps restore it. And let's not forget the most concerning kind of fat, visceral fat, the deep belly fat linked to heart disease and diabetes. Walking, especially at a moderate to brisk pace, targets this dangerous fat and replaces it with strength, mobility, and peace of mind. No complicated routines, no expensive programs, just a good pair of shoes, a bit of time, and the quiet decision to show up for yourself, day after day. That's how change begins. Because weight loss after 50 isn't about chasing thinness, it's about reclaiming ease in your body. It's about walking through your day with less strain, more breath, and a little extra spring in your step. So if you're tired of the battle, try the walk. Your body is wiser than you think, and it's ready to meet you where you are. 8. Build stronger bones and steadier steps, one walk at a time. There comes a time when strength begins to feel more precious than speed. When staying steady on your feet matters more than moving fast. As we grow older, the fear of falling can quietly shape our choices, where we go, how we move, even how much we dare to do. But what if the very thing that brings back strength and stability is something as simple and sacred as walking? After 50, our bones naturally lose density, especially for women. It's a quiet shift that increases the risk of osteoporosis and fractures. But walking, a weight-bearing movement, stimulates bone growth and helps slow down this loss. Studies show that older adults who walk regularly have stronger bones and a lower risk of fractures than those who don't. Each step sends a gentle signal to your body. Stay strong, stay upright, stay ready. But walking isn't just about your bones. It strengthens the muscles that protect them. It builds up your legs, your core, your posture. It improves balance and coordination, which are your best defenses against falls. And when you walk on natural, uneven surfaces like grass, sand, or trails, you train something deeper. Proprioception, your body's ability to sense its position in space. That awareness is what keeps you grounded, stable, and safe. No pills, no machines, just your body in motion, gently rebuilding what time tries to take. And here's the quiet reward, not just fewer falls or stronger bones, but freedom. Freedom to walk confidently, to reach for the top shelf, to step into the world without hesitation. So walk not just for your health, but for your independence. Let each step remind you you're not fragile. You're still capable, still steady, still standing tall. 9. Walking isn't just exercise, it's daily medicine for your body and soul. We often think of health as something we chase, with diets, prescriptions, and endless appointments. But what if one of the most powerful forms of healing has been with you all along? No prescription, no copay, just the humble act of walking, step by step, breath by breath, offering you a daily dose of vitality, clarity, and calm. Walking is more than movement. It is medicine in motion, nurturing your heart, awakening your brain, easing your joints, quieting your mind, and lengthening your life. Science has proven it again and again. Walking lowers blood pressure, improves memory, lifts mood, supports sleep, burns fat, strengthens bones, and even slows the biological clock ticking inside your cells. But beyond the data and research lies something deeper, something you can feel: the sun on your face, the rhythm of your feet, the breeze that brushes your skin like an old friend. Walking reminds you that you are still alive, still capable, still here. It grounds you in the present and gently carries your worries away with each step forward. You don't need perfect health, fancy equipment, or a strict routine. You only need the willingness to show up for yourself. Whether it's 5 minutes or 50, whether you walk through your neighborhood, a tree-lined path, or simply around your home, each step counts. Each step honors your body, your story, your strength. And perhaps most importantly, walking reconnects you to the world, to your breath, and to the quiet, resilient wisdom inside you. It is a practice of hope, a celebration of what remains possible, no matter your age. So if you've been waiting for a sign to begin, this is it. Let walking be your daily act of healing. Let it remind you, your best chapters are not behind you. They are still unfolding, one beautiful step at a time. 10. The only question left, will you take that first step? By now, you've heard the facts, you've felt the possibilities, and perhaps, somewhere deep within, something has stirred, a whisper of hope, a flicker of motivation, a quiet longing to begin again. But the truth is, all the science in the world won't change a thing unless you take that first step. Not for anyone else, not out of guilt or pressure, but for you. For the version of yourself who still wants to dance at family weddings, walk through farmers markets on sunny Saturdays, or chase after the grandkids without fear of falling. For the version of you who still wants to feel strong, clear, and connected to this precious life. Walking is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about saying, I'm still here, I still care. And it's never too late. Whether you're 55 or 80, you have everything to gain. One step leads to the next. One morning becomes a habit. One habit becomes a lifestyle. And that lifestyle, that's where longevity, vitality, and peace quietly begin to bloom. You don't need to walk fast. You don't need to walk far. You just need to walk forward with curiosity, with compassion for your body, and with the knowing that every step is a step toward you, toward healing, toward strength, toward joy. So lace up your shoes, not for punishment, but for promise. Open your door, not just to the outside world, but to new beginnings. Let your feet carry you not just across streets and sidewalks, but into the next chapter of your life, one filled with energy, grace, and grounded resilience. Because in the end, walking isn't about how far you go. It's about what you reclaim along the way. Your health, your peace of mind, and your rightful place in a life that still has so much to offer. And the only question that remains is this: will you take that first step today? 11. Final thoughts. You still hold the power. Growing older brings change, but it doesn't take away your power. In fact, there is extraordinary strength in choosing to care for yourself now. In this season of life, with wisdom and grace, walking may seem simple, but don't be fooled. It is one of the most profound acts of self-love you can offer your body and mind. Every step you take is a quiet rebellion against decline, and a bold declaration of hope. It says, I still matter. My story is not over. My health, my joy, and my freedom are worth fighting for. So whether you start with 5 minutes or 5 blocks, begin today, not because you have to, but because you can. Your body is waiting. Your spirit is willing. And the path ahead, it's yours to walk. Take it gently. Take it proudly. But most of all, take it with the deep knowing that the best version of your life might just be one step away. A gentle invitation to begin again. No matter where you are on your journey, whether you've been active for years or feel like you've drifted too far from your healthiest self, this is your reminder. It is never too late to begin again. Not with shame, not with regret, but with kindness, with curiosity, with the quiet courage that comes from living a full and imperfect life. Walking is not about catching up with anyone. It's not about competition, comparison, or checking off goals. It's about reconnecting with your body, with your breath, and with the beauty of your own pace. Every walk is an act of presence, a chance to listen to your thoughts, to greet the world again, and to feel the ground beneath your feet holding you steady. You don't need to go far. You don't even need to go fast. You simply need to say yes to yourself, to movement, to possibility. Let it be sacred. Let it be small, but let it be yours. So, if you've been waiting for the right time, know this: the right time is always now. The smallest step taken in love is more powerful than the grandest step delayed by doubt. And your body, no matter its age, is still worthy of care, still capable of change, still longing to carry you forward. So go ahead, open the door, take a breath, take a step, and begin again. 13. You deserve to feel alive again. There's a quiet ache that sometimes settles in with age, not in the body, but in the spirit. It's the sense that life is moving around you, but not always through you. That joy, movement, energy somehow belong more to the past than the present. But I'm here to tell you, you are still allowed to feel alive, not just in the doing, but in the being. You deserve mornings that begin with clarity and nights that close with rest. You deserve the strength to walk into your day, not with hesitation, but with heart. You deserve to feel grounded in your body, at peace in your mind, and connected to the world around you in simple, sacred ways. And it doesn't take perfection. It doesn't take youth. It only takes a beginning. Let walking be your invitation, not just to better health, but to aliveness. Let each step remind you that you are still here, still becoming, still deeply worthy of joy, vitality, and wholeness. Because the truth is, feeling alive isn't a luxury reserved for the young. It's a right that belongs to you too. 14. Your body still belongs to you. With time, we're often taught to believe that our bodies become less ours, as if age slowly writes us out of the story of vitality, beauty, and strength. But that is a lie. Your body still belongs to you. It is not a burden. It is not broken. It is a vessel of memory, endurance, and quiet power. And it's waiting for you to return, not with judgment, but with grace. This isn't about chasing the body you once had. It's about honoring the one you still have. The one that carried children, built careers, held heartache, healed from loss, and stood through storms. The one that wakes up every day, still trying, still breathing, still hoping. Walking is one of the most profound ways to reconnect with your body. Not to fix it, but to feel it again. To say, I see you, I thank you. Each step becomes a prayer of gratitude, a reminder that even now, even here, your body is still your home. Let movement be your love language to yourself. Let your pace be slow, steady, sacred, because this body, your body, still deserves care, attention, and respect. It is not too late to come home to yourself. 15. Every step is a conversation with life. As we age, movement becomes more than just motion. It becomes meaning. Every step you take is a quiet conversation with life, a way of saying, I'm still here. I still choose this world. I still belong. Walking is not just about exercise or health goals. It is about connection with the earth beneath you, with the air around you, and most importantly, with the part of yourself that still longs to feel alive, present, and whole. In a world that often forgets the wisdom and beauty of age, walking becomes a sacred act of remembering. It's a way to reclaim your space, your pace, your rhythm. It reminds your body that it is still capable. It reminds your heart that joy is still accessible. And it reminds your spirit that you are never too old to move forward. There is something deeply poetic about walking. Its simplicity, its constancy, its quiet power. No matter the path you take, each step becomes a thread in the tapestry of your days. You are not rushing. You are not chasing. You are simply being, in motion, in truth, in grace. So step gently, but know this, your walk matters, not because of how far you go, but because of how deeply it brings you back to yourself. Let every walk be a whispered affirmation. I am here. I am enough. I am still walking with life. So if you remember nothing else, remember this. Your steps still matter. Your journey isn't behind you. It's unfolding, gently, beautifully, right beneath your feet. You don't need to walk fast. You don't need to walk far. You only need to begin. With each step, you're choosing life, strength, and hope. And in that choice, you remind the world and yourself that age is not the end. It is simply another way to move forward with grace.